Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we re-diving into a topic that I believe is poised to be the next massive wave in crypto, especially for US traders. We've all seen the incredible explosion of AI-related tokens this past year, but what comes next? What's the next frontier? I'm talking about DePIN, which stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. So, what exactly is DePIN? Think about the real-world services we use every day: cloud storage, wireless networks, energy grids, even mapping services. DePIN uses blockchain technology and crypto incentives to build and operate these physical infrastructure networks in a decentralized way. Instead of a handful of giant corporations controlling everything, DePIN empowers individuals and communities to contribute their resources, like unused hard drive space or bandwidth, and earn rewards for it. It's about taking the power back from big tech and building a more open, efficient, and user-owned internet and physical world. The potential here is absolutely astronomical. We're talking about disrupting multi-trillion-dollar industries. That's why I'm convinced DePIN is the next narrative that could deliver some serious gains, just like AI did. Today, we're going to count down my top 5 DePIN projects that I believe have explosive potential heading into 2025. As always, this is not financial advice. This space is volatile, so please do your own research before making any investment decisions. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes to show you what's on my radar. All right, let's kick things off with number 5 on my list. Arweave. Arweave is tackling one of the biggest challenges of our digital age: permanent data storage. Think about it. How much data is lost every single day? Websites go down, servers fail, companies shut down. Arweave's mission is to create a permanent, decentralized archive of the internet, a digital library of Alexandria that can never be destroyed. How does it work? Arweave created something called the permaweb. When you store data on Arweave, you pay a single, one-time fee. In return, your data is stored permanently. That's right, forever. It achieves this through a unique consensus mechanism and an endowment that ensures miners are incentivized to store the data indefinitely. Why is this a big deal for DePIN? Because almost every decentralized application, every piece of digital content, and every network needs a reliable and permanent place to store its data. Arweave is becoming the foundational storage layer for Web3. As the DePIN ecosystem grows, the demand for its permanent storage solution is set to skyrocket. It's the digital bedrock for a decentralized future. That's why Arweave is a solid pick at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is Render, or the Render Network. Now, this one is super exciting, especially if you're into graphics, gaming, or the metaverse. Render is a decentralized GPU rendering network. What does that mean? High-quality 3D graphics, like the ones you see in Hollywood movies or advanced video games, require immense computational power to create, or render. This process can be incredibly expensive and time-consuming. Render connects artists and studios who need GPU power with a global network of people who have idle GPUs. If you have a powerful gaming computer sitting idle, you can connect it to the Render network, help render complex graphics, and earn RNDR tokens as a reward. This makes high-end rendering accessible and affordable for creators everywhere, while rewarding GPU owners. With the rise of AI, virtual reality, and the metaverse, the demand for GPU power is exploding. Render is perfectly positioned to capture this demand by creating a global, decentralized supercomputer. It's already being used by top-tier artists and has strong ties to companies like Apple. The potential market is massive, making Render a key DePIN player to watch. Now, let's move on to our number 3 spot, and it's a project that many of you have probably heard of: Filecoin. While Arweave focuses on permanent storage, Filecoin aims to be the decentralized storage marketplace, essentially competing with giants like Amazon Web Services S3 and Google Cloud Storage. Its goal is to create a hyper-competitive, efficient market for data storage. Here's how it works. Anyone with spare hard drive space can become a storage provider on the Filecoin network. They can rent out their storage and earn file tokens. Users who need to store data can choose from thousands of providers around the world, often at a fraction of the cost of centralized services. What makes Filecoin so powerful is its scale and its focus on verifiable storage. The network uses cryptographic proofs to ensure that providers are actually storing the data they claim to be, which builds trust and reliability. As more and more businesses and applications look for cheaper, more resilient alternatives to big tech's cloud services, Filecoin stands to benefit immensely. It's building the hard drive of the decentralized internet, and that's a fundamentally crucial piece of the DePIN puzzle. All right, we're getting to the top of the list. My number 2 DePIN project for 2025 is Helium. Helium is perhaps one of the most well-known examples of DePIN because it is so easy to understand. It's building a decentralized wireless network for the people, by the people. It started with a network for Internet of Things devices, or IoT, things like smart pet collars, sensors, and trackers. People would buy a Helium hotspot, place it in their home or office, and provide wireless coverage for these low-power devices. In return, they earned HNT tokens. This model allowed Helium to build a massive global network in a fraction of the time and cost it would take a traditional telecom company. But they didn't stop there. More recently, Helium has expanded into a much bigger market, 5G mobile service. Through Helium Mobile, they are now incentivizing people to deploy 5G radios, creating a decentralized mobile network. Users of Helium Mobile can get incredibly affordable cell phone plans by leveraging this community-built infrastructure. They are directly taking on the telecom giants like AT&T and Verizon. The ambition is huge, and if they succeed in capturing even a small piece of the massive telecommunications market, the potential for growth is extraordinary. Helium is a prime example of how DePIN can disrupt real-world established industries. And now, for my number 1 top DePIN project that I believe has the most explosive potential heading into 2025. Before I reveal it, if you're enjoying this breakdown and want more insights into the next big crypto trends, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Okay, my number 1 pick is Akash Network. Akash is building the decentralized cloud computing marketplace, often described as the Airbnb for cloud compute. We talked about Render for GPU compute and Filecoin for storage, but what about the core processing power that runs nearly every application on the internet? That's where Akash comes in. Currently, the cloud computing market is dominated by a few giants: Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. They have immense pricing power. Akash creates an open marketplace where anyone with spare server capacity, from individual data centers to people with unused home servers, can lease out their computational resources. For developers and businesses, this means they can deploy their applications and websites at a cost that is often up to 85% cheaper than the major cloud providers. It's a game changer. The network is secure, censorship-resistant, and permissionless. As the demand for AI computation continues to surge, the need for cost-effective and decentralized compute solutions like Akash will become critical. They are tapping into an $8 trillion industry. The sheer size of the market they are targeting, combined with their compelling cost advantage, is why Akash Network is my number 1 DePIN project to watch for 2025. So there you have it, my top 5 DePIN projects for the next big crypto wave: Akash, Helium, Filecoin, Render, and Arweave. Each one is tackling a massive real-world industry with an innovative decentralized solution. The DePIN narrative is all about building a tangible, useful, and user-owned future. It's moving crypto from pure speculation to real-world utility, and that's incredibly bullish. Keep a close eye on this space. I believe we are just at the very beginning of this trend. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments which DePIN projects are on your radar. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay safe and trade smart. Don't forget to follow for more updates. See ya.